de da is not tsagi da nadan natligi she yam ashin shle dot as a landa bashish chin hashka zoda she chi tot sotni da shnal nagid khuhat le de ade nasha ade ishte hoko greetings my relatives that are watching, that are viewing this evening. Good evening. My name is Loren Silver. My clans are Salt Clan, born for the Mini Goat Clan. My maternal grandfather are the Yucca Fruit, and my paternal grandfathers are the Big Water. And I currently reside in Indian Wells, Arizona. And tonight, I'll be talking about string. In English we call it Navajo string game, but in our language, in the Nebazad, we say na'at ol deed. This is a string, and it came from the creation story of Spider Woman. So first is just the background of how the Spider Woman utilized this string to as a tool to teach changing woman. Dishin ohligi e chose do in the shin e kwagi diolgi sanatle away lo kwagi what o ye nenes tra do in the dia kwait o ye betrahol zelo in the dia adol ich ila nas ido adol ko dik ablashla din hinahi na don hier adol il inigit eshi what ye nenes tra. The story goes where changing woman was as a child was taken to Spider Woman, and Spider Woman gave her a string, and at the time she wasn't able to do any of the physical movements that today that we humans do, and just even as far as standing, picking objects up, and eye-hand coordination, visual perception, all these things. These was all brand new to her, and she used the string to help changing woman as a young baby. She utilized that, and telling her to copy her using the string, telling her to use your index finger and then get this string and then do opposite and then do this, and she was able to copy that. And what she kunna she did not do that other in the debik echo she nas do ebik echo adul that now you lost using her hands, just to at the point too where she was telling her to stand up, stand easy, then she stand and then she able to get her balance, and then and she got her balance and telling her, okay, take a step forward to me, and she's able to do all these small motor skills, and using the string fine-tune her motor skills. Then from there she was able to do all types of other designs with the string, and starting to use her eyes and hands and to see things like distance wise. First she kola each dantil na she I gidos anzon she khododa yana de she na go da she she the dit oligipe it in zadigi to the kwagit or yet or be ishtani ila. So utilizing the string, she'd be able to see things, the distance wise, how far, if it's out of her reach, or if she could be able to reach and get a hold of the object. So these teachings have been utilized for centuries, from generation to generation, and is usually utilized during the winter time, after the first frost in the fall, after the October from there, you wait for that first frost for all the winter animals, winter insects, when they hibernate. You take out the string and then you utilize that, and then plus the nights get longer, and it could be a source of way of traditional education. This is the things that we utilize. And the creation story lay from the first world, second world, third, fourth world to the fifth world. So these are all how it's kind of like laid out, and using the string. So this is the kind of a source of ways to introducing our teaching, to be disciplined and to have that awareness and to have that listening skills, and then to have observation while these are being utilized. So other than the day, there are the different challenges that we face in these creation stories, and that helps us to overcome, different setbacks and different obstacles. And when you do the strings, you sometimes you feel that you want to learn something, but it gets difficult, and then you stay with it, and then after a while you learn how to do that. And then she Changing Woman was taught to use the string. Then from there she started using the loom, and she started weaving, and through that and she first learned how to weave. When she first learned how to weave, the first one she wove a blanket that was all white, using white yarn or white wool, and then from there it was black. She wove a black blanket. Then the next one she wove was a striped design. Was just everything was all striped with different colors. Then the fourth one she put different designs and put different patterns in there, like even the sky or water, or that's eggy. Those are the things that she should put in there. So from there, and the string has a teaching. It has a protection way teaching. They call it and then also a blessing way. So there's two types. There's the protection way. That one is more of awareness, of having that awareness, and then also your sense of hearing, utilizing your senses to protect yourself and to have protection, and then also to have that good behavior, to control behavior, to have that awareness of your own self, as far as you don't you might be shown different things multiple times, but you stay persistent, but you don't get upset, you don't get frustrated, you just stay calm. These are just the types of ways that they utilize that. And then also the beauty way, the blessing way, is that growth of learning, that you want to continue on, and then learn more, and having that desire and that determination to learn some new designs, and then some new creations. So those are just some of the things that they utilize, and that they're also expressing, experiencing blessings. You come upon good teachings, or maybe some good blessings, maybe a new bracelet, or maybe that Maybe you might learn some more stories and maybe some traditional songs. And these are just the different types of blessings that it has for the blessing way. So, and then one of the first things that she taught changing woman was how to do the one diamond. We call it the big star. The one diamond is you make a the one diamond, call it the big star. And what that represents is that positive thinking. You look through that, you look through that big star, you look through it, and then you make that imprint that in your thought process. You look through it, and then you develop that positive thinking, that positive attitude, that positive mind, that that you develop, that you have no limitations, there's no doubt, oh, okay, I can do this. You have that in the back of your mind that you're gonna, this is what you want to do, this is what you want to achieve, and those are just some of and then through that one diamond, it's like, because that big star, because the star is up there in the sky, you look through it, and it's like you develop that big broad spectrum. Your mind opens up. It's like you look at the whole galaxy, the whole universe, and then you start looking at it from there. It's like, your mind opens up that big. It's like that why you have all that space in there to put knowledge and information in there. The college that in the art in the art and sakisi you khoshile ko art the art epg ni art the bojish art art bahaz ko what ko art in the day and through that in the day you develop that awareness art in the day the different developments of all in your everyday life. So in the day you develop these different beautiful creation in the day, like the two diamond in the day from there on. There's other ones like the traditional hair tie, like the tzit all so edit or just is tzit all, tzit naz that or tzit all along this is called tzit all, traditional hair tie. In the day and so it helps you, and like when you do certain things, like when you do you're using both hands, it's like it helps you to stay focused. And then when you do these different creation, like the man that flips over, I think it's not so we this is how we use the string to develop a strong mind, to have that critical thinking skills. Though in the day it develops planning. So it's like, that nahatahagi so through that nahatahagi you have a plan, you have a blueprint, and then you have that you organize organize your plans of how you want to be able to go about your life, and like the different stages you have that development in your thought process through that planning and through that you look at the constellations like I said, like you have that star, and then we do Pleiades, so when you look out, when you go out in the evening time, in the winter time, you see it, then you see the Pleiades there, and then every time you go back out, and it's moving. So in that the whole universe is in motion. It's a movement. This whole universe, it's moving whole. So the ceremonies, it has that ties to it. So like the whole. So you can put all these into, they interwove with they interlock with in our traditional stories, in our traditional teaching with so hatral ado hokala bijit na hotlol it has knowledge, and it has wisdom. So knowledge that it's like kind of has that rough perception. It's like you have to be aware, and you have to have that conscious awareness. So other than the wisdom, it's smooth. Once you learn it through a trial and error, you learn this knowledge. But then you have that wisdom from that wisdom, and it kind of smooths out. So these are just there's the different ways called the patterns, the different patterns. So like I said, from the beginning there's a starting one here. You do the big star, like the one diamond. You do that. That's one of the starting ones. From once you start your winter strings teachings, and I don't really call it string games. When I talk to my students, I say this is a string. It's winter way as a part of our traditional teaching. So that star that teaches us to have that light in our mind, in our thought process, to create that vision, for that long vision, for yourself. What do you want to accomplish in the next 2 or 3 years? That could be your short range, and then the 5 years can be like your medium range goals, and then your long range goals in Lego. So it gives you that light, and a different variation at different levels. The horn star, to develop peanut and yen jugado peanut united nato in the day in yesterday the big so that develops that the determination and how to be persistent, daily, day in and day out, and how to go about your life, because you have that vision, and you have that vision in the back of your mind, and then you have that determination to accomplish that, and then to get where you want to get, and also to be persistent. In the day from there, it teaches you that the learning throughout your life. It has that learning, that lifelong learning. You have that in front of you. You can acquire a lot of these teachings, as many as you can, because as you grow older, you're going to get married, you're going to have children, you're going to have grandchildren. So you acquire all of these, so you pass those back on to your children, and then to your grandchildren, and then even down to your great-grandchildren, and then to 4 generations. And this string develops that thought process for that long. Your hunza kesi hunza delgoto hunza biga akut nan ado in the day from there you have the different types of how to the different levels the different levels the different levels the how complicated are these creations? You know, like some of are very simple. Some of are a little bit more complicated. So there's the different levels. So when changing women's learn all these different ones, I'm going to do the butterfly right now. So the different levels, the different levels. So when she was doing all of these different creation with the strings, and Spider Woman was giving her that approval. She was giving her stamp of approval. Okay, yeah. And then she put all those in the so like so it helps you to stay focused and then utilize that critical thinking skills. So at the beginning, when you start in the fall time, you know, there's different ones. Like I said, you know, you start with the big star, and then the horn star, and with oil keys and the another one too is that you can learn is the coyote. It goes in separate directions. This one just basically kind of helps you in your who, what, where, when. That it kind of helps you develop those type of you know, questioning skills and that tagging on in the day what badahan and lego in the day you have you know, that brain development like you have a left brain and then you have a right brain. So adigi big ekonan adon de betrak hitten slang betrak ginan edotnan hotlon so kodo edi kwagi kodo, you cross that midline. You cross that midline. So in the day you stay in balance. For that brain development. Now we give the string to children at a very young age, so they can start having that good solid brain development. And then also hand work is that eye-hand coordination, utilizing your hands. I want to make the tache, I want to make the sweat house. And then your eyes, your eye-hand coordination. So your eyes and your hands, you utilize that. And the day from there, your learning disability. Kids that have learning disability, that have a hard time with even speaking, you know, they stutter, or you know, that in the day pronouncing things, you know, you know, they can make in the you know, then you start hitting those sounds. So you know, in the day, and one of the things too is string is utilized in wintertime, because the wintertime is when the days are shorter and nights are longer, so it can bring your family together too. Uncles, you know, they might have some some other ones that other people don't know. So that's one way to teach one another of different the different creations with these with the strings. So it's a good way to bring family together in the wintertime to have a strong family unity in your home. Build a nice fire, and then sit down and say, hey, do you know how to do this? So in the day you teach one another as a family. That brings back the creation stories, and then how the stories come back together, and then you bring it all back together as a family. So you learn that. So then pretty soon that can also lead into your own clan stories too, and others, other creation stories, and even down to the twin warriors. So at the end, in the changing Spider Woman, after Changing Woman gave birth to Monster Slayer and Born for Water, and she used the string again because they were going to go see their father, and they said, you're going to have a lot of different encounters on your travel to go see your father. You had to be disciplined, you had to be focused, and those are just some of her disciplines. So she used the string to discipline them and to go see their father, the son. So and I'll be closing with that. And she it was a good thing that she had these this teaching, so we can still utilize it, and it's been carried on for generation to generation. And our elders, they rely on these type of teachings. So if you have a grandma or a grandpa at home, thank them for that. Thank them for their knowledge, and then for their wisdom, and then for their teachings too. So you have elders, go thank them. In the day, ask them questions, and they're our source of knowledge. They're our source of information. So tap into those in this time in this time. Utilize those to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your mind, and then your physical, and then your wellness, and then your also your mental capacity. So I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to share some of what I've gathered so far up to this time. So in my life, and I teach 7th through 12th graders. So I try to utilize these type of teachings in my classroom too. So I hope you enjoy this and then continue on. And I want to encourage all of you to get a string come winter time, and then make some of these creations, and then also these different designs. And they say when you're done at night, and then when you get done with it, they'll put it around your neck, and then you can go to sleep so you can think of some more. That's one of our other ones too. So so they can go to sleep. Then so you can dream about some more patterns and come up with some new designs too. So so I just want to leave that with you, and then utilize the string on a regular basis during the winter time. So yeah, thank you.